Ruben Amorim has just done something that the likes of Mourinho, Solskjaer, Rangnick and Ten Hag all couldn't. He just beat Liverpool at Anfield. This isn't just impressive because it's the first time that we've beaten Liverpool there since January 17th, 2016. That's right, 2016. To give some perspective, Game of Thrones was still good the last time we beat Liverpool away. No, this is a big moment for Amorim and his future at the club, and I've now seen enough evidence to categorically know Ruben Amorim will be successful at Manchester United. Amorim is a big game manager. If we break down all his results against the top six, here's what we have. Now, let's take a look specifically at the games we haven't won. So we've drawn or lost 10 games against the Big Six under Amorim, and here they are. Barring the two outliers of Arsenal and Man City away from home, fun fact, Ugarte started in both of those games, where we lost 2-0 and 3-0, every single Big Six team we've faced under Ruben Amorim, the scoreline has been decided by 1 goal. Not to mention, Amorim had to manage an ageing squad with a lot of dead wood for the majority of these results. In my opinion, this clearly shows Amorim is bridging the gap between us and the top teams in the league. That's an important detail. Let's not forget 11 players from the squad that would have played in these matches have now either been put on loan or sold. Those weren't Amorim's players. I think there's enough evidence to see Amorim has been doing the best with what he had at his disposal. But that can only get you so far. And it's for this reason that it never came as a shock that we'd boost our attack in the summer. We've done this, and all of a sudden, we're actually getting results in these matches. We haven't even mentioned how United have created the most XG in the entire league, and that's thanks to a few new faces. With the new additions of Cunha, Mbuemo, Sesko and Lamans, our head of recruitment, Christopher Vivell, has outdone himself, which has led to Roy Keane actually complimenting United for once. You have to praise Manchester United's recruitment this season. We know the importance of recruitment in football. We've slated United for years about it, and we've asked who is buying the players. But the big plus this year is they have bought players who know the league in Cunha and Mbuemo. When you have a couple of star players up the pitch, it gives everyone a big lift. This is another reason I'm certain Ruben Amorim will be a success at Manchester United. No more signings just for the sake of signing players. No more Galactico-style Alexis Sanchez piano-playing BS. No more transfer windows consisting of the likes of Telles and Van de Beek. To be fair, Telles, he did score a pretty good free kick that one time, but you get what I mean. Ruben Amorim is being left to do what he is being paid to do. Coach. As United fans, we're so used to a Sir Alex Ferguson figure who essentially controlled everything. Those days are gone. We needed infrastructure, and that is what Sir Jim and INEOS have brought to Manchester United. One trait that Amorim and Sir Alex do share, though, is their man management skills. Although there's been disputes with divas like Marcus Rashford and Alejandro Garnacho, the players aren't short of praise for Ruben Amorim. Most recently coming from Sen Lamans, who shared the following. He tries to keep the pressure on him and not on the team. He takes a lot of pressure from us, and that's also what the great managers do. Even on social media, Amorim is being praised. Ahmad posted a photo of only him and Amorim after the match against Liverpool. Harry Maguire, the man who scored the last-minute winner, also gave Amorim his flowers, saying, "We need to give credit to Ruben Amorim and his staff. When he came in, he said we need to change the culture at the club, and now we have to stick with him." Ex-United players are also getting involved in the action, like Peter Schmeichel. "Someone bring Ruben Amorim to this table. I want to kiss him." We know the players are behind him, and let's face it, if the players aren't behind you and they're undermining you behind closed doors as a manager, you are cooked. It's one of the things that annoys me the most about the modern game, but it's reality. We already knew Sir Jim supports Amorim not only by coming out publicly and saying that he deserves 3 seasons at the club before being judged, but also behind the scenes with his direct communication, as Sir Jim has shared. I really like Ruben. He's a very thoughtful guy. Every time I go to the training ground, I speak to Ruben. I sit down and have a cup of coffee with him and tell him where it's going wrong, and he tells me to off. I like him. Not to mention Omar Barada, our CEO, was the man who was supposedly set on bringing Amorim to the club. There is a strong suspicion that United moved for Ruben Amorim because Omar Barada had inside knowledge of Manchester City's plans to appoint him as Pep Guardiola's replacement. We know the board has his back. To summarise, Amorim has the backing from the owners, he has the backing from the CEO, he has the backing from his players, he's been praised by other managers. So what is Amorim's biggest threat exactly? The answer to that question is the fans. Before the Liverpool game, a lot of United fans were questioning Amorim, his lineups, his subs, not to mention the endless fan channels that have called for his head or told him to change his system, otherwise he'll be sacked. Having won the game at Anfield, I believe that Amorim now has everything. To be victorious at Anfield for the first time in almost a decade has just gained Ruben a lot of buy-in from the fans, or at least it should have. I thought I would run a poll to see how confident the fans are towards Amorim. Here are the results. There are always going to be those fans that no matter what happened against Liverpool would always be set on Amorim getting sacked. But for the fans who were undecided on backing him or calling for his head, they have officially seen the light, it would appear. Personally, ever since his appointment, I've had a very good feeling about Amorim. I believe in the vision that INEOS are creating for the team, and that's why you're not going to hear me calling for Amorim to leave for at least another 2 to 3 years. He's had 2 transfer windows. I want to see what he can do with 4 or 5. We're going to leave it there, folks, but do let me know what you think about Ruben Amorim in the comments down below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join the home of Honestly Biased Sports content. But for now, Godspeed.